Previously, we reported that Square has left the Nintendo ship and has joined the ranks of Sony. Although now there are rumors that Square is only expanding to Sony and not ditching Nintendo, the biggest producer of RPGs will still probably not release Final Fantasy VII for the N64. A playable excerpt from Final Fantasy VII is included with Square's latest game, Tobal No. 1, for the PlayStation. Before even looking at Tobal, we anxiously and excitedly booted up the PlayStation to play the Final Fantasy demo. What a disappointment! We were expecting magic. We were expecting the best game in the world. We were expecting an interactive movie. But when you get right down to it, this game doesn't come much closer to this dream than does Final Fantasy III for the Super NES. The game is virtually what Windows is to DOS, a shell. In this case, the shell is beautiful graphics and cinemas, but the gameplay hasn't changed at all. The battle scenes, like the rest of the game, are enhanced only by graphics. You still have to use the pointing finger to select an enemy. You still have to fight via slow, boring menus, hit points, and take your turn techniques that really slow down the game and negate the immersive effect of the cinema scenes. Perhaps the most annoying is the time it takes for the battle to actually begin. In every single battle, you must wait through the into battle special effect, the camera sweeping over the battle scene, and then the fading in of your characters. Why can't they just cut to the darn battle without all the fancy junk? It's nice the first time, but for every tedious battle, come on! The biggest disappointment is that the dialogue is delivered through text, not voiceovers. This means lots of reading. Combine that with the long and numerous battle scenes, and you have the potential for falling asleep or becoming a zombie from obnoxiously extended play. We could put up with this in the days of Super Nintendo, but after playing Mario 64 and seeing the movie-like qualities of the PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII just can't continue to use the same old game design. Final Fantasy VII suffers from the same bug as Mario 64, extremely high expectations. Final Fantasy VII's shortcomings are, however, less forgivable. Why? Because Square could easily have avoided these problems. How? Speed up the animation of the moves and magic spells cast in the battle scenes. If it's not an option, don't drop the battle scenes and make it an adventure game like The Secret of Mana. Instead, keep the scenes but ditch the menus and let the scenes be like mini adventure fighting games within the game. Although probably not possible on the PlayStation, it would have been nice if the exploration areas were done in the same technical manner as Super Mario 64, with a more close-up first-person perspective and/or perspective changes that result from your movement. In Final Fantasy VII, the backgrounds never move. Is the game still worth buying? We can't say until we see the finished product, and things may change, but that's highly unlikely. It sure makes you appreciate the Nintendo 64. It's more advanced than we gave it credit.